where? Always there. We are the MSA Sports Network.
Welcome to exclusive coverage of the 2016 WPIAL Soccer Playoffs here on the Management Science Associates Sports Network. The high school soccer playoffs at MSAsports.net is sponsored by Progress, by Carlow University, by First Commonwealth Bank, by UPMC Sports Medicine, by Officially Sports, by Dollar Bank, by Monticello's Italian Restaurant, and by Management Science Associates.
Never seen that. There we go. Hello. Welcome. We'll hang on for the national anthem. And welcome you into WPIAL Championship Soccer on the MSA Sports Network, brought to you by Carlow University. Only here we get set for the girls' AAA championship between the number 1 seeded Moon Tigers at 21-0 and the number 6 seed Montour Spartans at 16-2-3. Bill Pfeiffer, the head coach of the Moon Tigers. They were WPIAL champions back in 2004. Alongside Sean Saputo, I'm Sam Hall. It is championship soccer night on the MSA Sports Network. Football playoff action all around the WPIAL as well tonight. But we got a twin bill for you tonight. Should be a dandy. Moon and Montour meet for the third time in this season. Section mates, Moon a clean sweep of Montour throughout the regular season, beating them 2-1 and 2-0. And Montour trying to rebound from that, get a little confidence going into this one. It's really a Moon team that has been super dominant all season long against all the WPIAL competition. Witnessed that mark of 21-0, Sean Saputo.
Yes, and for Moon coming into tonight's game, I had the privilege of talking to both head coaches. First, on Bill Pfeiffer's Moon Lady Tigers side, we have the starting lineups for you. Madison Sleva, the sophomore, starting in goal for the Moon Lady Tigers, being accompanied by Chloe Kuminkowski. She's a freshman mid. Emma Thomas is a senior mid. She is one of the captains on this team. Christy Kenya, junior defense. Izzy Engel, senior mid. She's a captain as well. Kylie Evans, a freshman defense. Emily Moore, junior mid. Sydney Smith, senior defense. Lauren Baumgartner, junior defense. Delaney Snyder, junior forward. And Abby McEnroe, sophomore mid, rounds out the starters for Moon. And on the flip side, for Montour, Caitlin O'Toole, sophomore mid. Maddie Scanlon, senior mid. Rachel Wheeler, senior D. Julia Mooney, senior mid. Samantha White, junior D. Olivia Muha, senior mid. Alex Faith, senior D. Kemper Foster, senior mid. Courtney Thomas, sophomore D. Cassandra Schiffauer, junior mid. And Mara Hickey, the senior goalkeeper for Montour.
Hickey, a all-section player. She is all-section from last year. She is committed to Walsh University, and she is a good one. She'll need to stand tall between the pipes tonight for the Montour Spartans for them to have a chance to knock off the top seed. The 1-6 game, Montour under head coach Lee Kokenauer, WPIAL championship just a couple of years ago in 2014 on the season. They scored 49 goals, averaging 2 1/3 goals per game. They only allowed 9. A goals against of 0.42, 14 shutouts on the year for Hickey. Montour will get the kickoff to get things started. Montour in the black and gold. And they will work from right to left to start this contest. Mooney waits for the whistle. Moon works from left to right. And the Tigers in all white with red numerals on their jerseys. We are underway here at Highmark Stadium at Station Square. WPIAL Championship Soccer brought to you by Carlow University, exclusive here on the MSA Sports Network, as well as the good folks at Progress. near touchline here. Nice job to keep that inbounds and play it back to her defense by Sydney Smith. Work it back up to the midfield area, and it's knocked out of bounds off the Spartans. Throw in coming up for Baumgartner. She'll work it down the near touchline. Comes back her way, and she will track it down. Baumgartner drop it back to the defense for the Tigers. Chipped ahead by Kylie Evans, but she shanked that one off the side of her foot out of bounds near touchline. Throwing coming up for the Spartans. They'll work down the near. Caitlin O'Toole drops it back to the middle of the pitch as the Spartans go back and forth. Now they'll drop it back to their defense, but that's going to be off the foot of Emma Thomas, one of the leading scorers for the Moon Tigers. Goes out of bounds, and it'll be Montour on the throw-in. Nice little right-footed ball near the top of the box. That's cleared away by the Tiger defense and sent all the way to the far side. Handled there by Mooney. Working down that far wing, but she loses that ball, and it's taken away by Sydney Smith. Smith, though, will lose it out of bounds. Actually just kind of kicked it out of bounds as Montour was kind of surrounding her on the attack. Montour to throw it. Now they get it back near the top of the box. Trying to head that down. It's Haslew. Can't control it. It comes loose in the box all the way back to the near side. On the run for the Spartans, but unable to get there is Scanlon. That's cleared away neatly on a hustle play by Emily Orr. All the way back out near midfield and then sent into the Montour side. But the Spartans will track down this ball. So early on here, first couple of minutes, Sean, pretty solid play from the underdog Spartans.
It has a lot of movement back and forth for Montour. And right when we say that, we get a break.
We have a breakaway going back the other way. Delaney Snyder off the side of the post as she tried to give herself some space with a headman pass to herself, but she kind of pushed that off to the right and then tried to go to the right foot, hits the side of the near post. It goes out of bounds. It'll be a goal kick coming up here for Hickey. Whew.
She made the move that broke through the box. However, a little touch to herself went too far, and then she was unable to corral herself before the goalpost, and then an awkward turning kick ended up leaving no space to tuck it in between the pipes.
Snyder had 31 goals on the regular season and a golden opportunity right there in the first couple of minutes of this contest to put the Tigers on top, and she would like to have that back. Another goal kick coming up for Hickey. Out of her own end with the right foot, near side corner. Out near midfield. It's headed down neatly by Engel. She'll head it again. This time it's going to go a whistle here. This is going to be a foul called against the Montour Spartans. Free kick coming up for the Moon Tigers from about 35 yards out. Waiting to take that kick is Chrissy Canyon. Spartans expecting the set play, and they're going to get the set play from the Tigers. Canyon on the run-up. Right foots it over the top of the box. High bounce in the air, and Hickey, great anticipation. She came out and plucked that big, high, loose rebound right in the middle of the box out of the sky, and she will punt it away. For the Montour Spartans, we remain scoreless, 36-20 to play. Big opportunity there for Moon. Montour has had their couple of chances here early on as well. Headman pass here is too far down the far wing for Olivia Muha.
If you're a Montour fan, even a player, you have to be excited at this opportunity to get a third crack at the Moon Tigers. And Montour, while being a solid team in the WPIAL this year, really received a gift from South Fayette with the upset of Oakland Catholic in the first round.
Changed everything. They take advantage of it. Now in the middle of the pitch, they'll work the ball here to the Tigers down the far side. Good job defensively to just pound that out of bounds down toward the river by Jenna White for the Montour Spartans. Throw-in coming up for the Moon Tigers as they work from left to right in a scoreless WPIAL Girls AAA Soccer Championship game. I almost said volleyball. I've been doing a lot of volleyball lately, Sean Saputo.
I had it the other day as well in North Allegheny.
We'll have it again tomorrow here on the network. All 4 WPIAL Championship games at Baldwin High School. First one starts at noon. It is a championship weekend for sure. I think I was adding it up. There'll be 22 championships awarded since Wednesday night on the MSA Sports Network. We have covered every single one of those moments by the time this weekend is over. Throw in for the Tigers in their own end. Trying to work it up the far touchline. Good job on the forecheck, if you will, by the Spartans, but then the crossing pass will be cleared away by Moon. All the way back down to the other end with her jets on goes Emma Thomas. And she put some big-time pressure on the Spartans. But that ball's going to go out of bounds off of Moon. The Spartans will get a throw in their own end. Thomas on the regular season, 16 goals for the Tigers. So her and Delaney really have kind of been the offense. Although the Tigers have scored 89 goals. Now a long kind of rolling pass. It's going to be picked up by the Moon goalie. As Maddie Sleva comes out, her brother, a fantastic athlete for the Montour Spartans. Actually, it must have been her cousin, Dustin Sleva, big-time basketball player a couple years ago. This is going to be knocked out of bounds off of Montour, right in front of the Moon Tiger bench. No, they'll say it's off of Moon, and I believe they make the correct call there. Throw in coming up for Sweetle. Rachel Sweetle, nice job here now as Moon tries to get a little three-man game working along this near wing. A little space now for Maddie Scanlon. Scanlon tried to poke one through to the far side top of the box, and it's cleared away by the Tiger defense. 4 across in the back are the Tigers, and they will lock it down defensively on the year. They have allowed only 17 goals. That is 0.8 goals per game. We're going to see 4 soccer teams here tonight. None of them defensively has allowed more than a goal, or even a goal, defensively on the season. So we're going to see some tremendous defensive soccer. Free kick coming up in her own end for Kenya again. With that right foot in the yellow shoes, she sends it down toward the Montour box. It'll be headed away neatly by Haslew. Back along the near wing, lost out of bounds by Montour. Throwing coming up to the Tigers. A little chance here now, getting in deep. Able to throw it in from the near wing will be Baumgartner. Trying to work it down into the corner. That's headed away again by Haslew. She's trying to get that ball down deep into the corner to Emily Orr. Orr now trying to body up down there. It's going to be again headed away by Montour. The Spartans with a chance to clear. They'll do a nice job to get it back out near the midfield area with a strong right-footed kick. And now on the attack comes Muha for the Spartans. Moon forced to lose that ball out of bounds. So Montour with the throw in right in the middle of the pitch, right around that midfield stripe. A lot of room on this near side. If Scanlon can get to that, and she will. Now she goes to the far side. Chance here for the Spartans develops down that far wing. Crossing pass, and instead it's going to turn into a shot as Sleva will just come out from between the pipes and go down toward the river and pick that up before it ever hits the turf here at Highmark Stadium. Good opportunity for Montour. They had a little numbers game going back the other way.
That'll be the first shot on goal recorded as the breakaway for Moon was off the side of the cage out of bounds.
On the counterattack goes Delaney Snyder, but behind her, a whistle as either pushed to the ground or tripped to the ground was Emma Thomas. And it's going to be a free kick for Moon in the Montour end from about, again, 35 yards out. This time closer to the river than it is to us. We're on the 837 side, if you will, of Highmark Stadium. The East Carson Street side. Long blast! Oh, that had a chance to go in. Hickey was in trouble. Misjudged it. She started backing up. It just went over the crossbar. And that was a big booming hit by Kenya. She almost put the Tigers on the board with that free kick from about 35 yards out with a strong right foot.
Very nice shot on the net. Just missing by about 6 inches maybe. Moon developing nice after the Montour attempt.
There's Delaney trying to get to the loose ball instead of to be pounded back deep into the Moon zone by the defense for the Montour Spartans. They'll try to come along this near wing, work the ball to Scanlon. Scanlon in a hurry down this near side. A great job to use her body defensively for the Moon Tigers by Baumgartner. Just shield Scanlon away from that ball and let it roll over the goal line. It'll be a goal kick coming up for the Moon Tigers, and Kenya will come back there and take it. Sleva stays between the pipes. Kenya sends it out to the midfield stripe and now into the Montour zone. Here comes Delaney now. Snyder makes the turn, but this time her pass again to herself just a little too strong. It comes right to the Montour keeper, and Hickey will pound that back out near midfield. Moon controls along the near wing. A little dribble down this near side. Working is Emily Orr. Orr. Did she just generate a corner? Nope, that'll be a goal kick. Good job defensively by the Spartans back there against Emily Orr. I think she was trying to get a corner. Hickey will line it up on the near corner and pound it away. 29-49. remaining here in the opening half. Montour now with some control, but they will lose it. As Orr is going to pick the pocket there neatly of Caitlin O'Toole. Montour will get it right back, though. Caitlin O'Toole on the attack it again. And now O'Toole, well, she got to be careful. She just got frustrated right there by the defensive angle. And she planted Engel right on the midfield stripe shot, Saputo.
Oh, she did. Much to my surprise, no card on that one. That was a blatant shove in the middle, and she put emphasis on it as well.
Right, she was angry even when it was over. She kind of stood there like, get up so I can shove you down again. There's Kenya again. This time to the top of the box, headed by the Tigers off the melon there of Isabel Engel. And that's going to go wide of the far post. Another goal kick coming up for Hickey. So early on, Montour has had a couple of chances on breakaways, but now the Tigers have had the much better of play in terms of minutes and kind of tilting the field, if you will, down and to our right. So Montour, that might be their game. Maybe they're just trying to get a breakaway goal, get out in front. They've played tremendous defense, and Hickey has been outstanding between the pipes all season long. And the first goal in these games can be oh so huge. Headman pass here. Scanlon will try to track it down. Gets by her, comes to the near side. Good job to reverse field and come over by Baumgartner defensively for Moon. They'll try to start the attack going back the other way. Delaney Snyder could not control that, but it's going to go out of bounds off of Montour. Throw in and a quick one comes up for the Tigers. Baumgartner works it down this near wing. Nice job to step in there defensively by Montour. They'll boot it back out to midfield. And again, a little push and shove. And this time the call going to go against the Moon Tigers. Kenya going to get the whistle for either holding or pushing. And a free kick for the Spartans. This is their first free kick of the night here. And stepping up to take it will be Sam White. From just inside the midfield stripe. She sends it right back to the top of the box. Headed away by the Tigers. Moon tries to start going back the other way very quickly. Unable to control that ball, though, is Thomas. And Montour will work it deep. Headman pass there was intended for Muha. She's not going to get anywhere near that. It'll go over the goal line. And a goal kick coming up for the Tigers.
Four subs coming in for Montour. They are Anna Dalmas, Maddie Allen, Molly Marcinko, and Taylor Smith.
Marcinko had a big goal the other night for the Montour Spartans. See if she can generate a little bit of instant offense off the bench for Lee Coconut.
Physicality's really ramped up here.
Yeah, I think you get that. You have section teammates or, section foes. They're very familiar with each other. These schools are actually very, very close to each other as well. So these girls know each other. They play not just through school, but all the club teams. They're just banging on each other all the time. So they're going to come out here and be very physical with each other. Coming out to scoop it away is Hickey. A great job to pick that off the turf right before the Tigers could attack it. Baumgartner had sent it to the top of the box. It bounced over the Spartan defense, but Hickey there to pick that up before the Tigers can get a foot on it. Now in the midfield area, Montour bumps it ahead. Opportunity now for Haslow down the near wing, but her headman pass will be too strong. Booted out of bounds right about midfield by Kylie Evans, the freshman from Moon, and Montour the throw-in. They work back and forth, but a steal by the Tigers. Headman pass here on the run goes Snyder, and she can turn on the Jets. Backing up, and a nice job by Montour defensively. It's going to go out of bounds off of the Spartans, and the throw-in comes up for the Tigers. Deep in Montour territory. Baumgartner will just drop it down here for Snyder. Crosses from the near corner into the box. It's loose and then booted away. Nice job by Sam White to pounce on that loose ball. It might have been a big opportunity for the Moon Tigers on a beautiful cross from Delaney Snyder. And now Canyon just shoves the Montour Spartan to the turf. And then she wants to know what's that for.
And that was Caitlin O'Toole who got knocked down to the turf, the advocate for the first hard foul of the game in the middle of the field, and she gets a little bit of her own recipe.
Now Montour with a free kick, and the Spartans work it to the far wing. Good pass over there by Maddie Allen. And a right-footed blast from the top far corner of the box for Anna Dalmas is blocked down by the Tiger defense, and they'll send it back out to midfield again. Retreating for Montour, trying to track down that loose ball is Taylor Smith. She will lose it. Now we'll just kind of volley back and forth in midfield. Montour comes up with a loose ball, but it's headed away neatly by Kylie Evans. And that back four cross for the Moon Tigers has been impressive. Now Montour will try to change the point of attack to come back on the near wing. This ball and a nice little through pass, but nobody home. That was off the right foot of Marcinko. Now on the counterattack. Here goes Tyler Delaney. Top of the box. High shot. It's going to go over the crossbar from about 26 yards out with a right foot. Man, Delaney Snyder with the Jets and the big-time power with the right leg.
Back in again for Montour, number 12, Olivia.
And that goes over the crossbar. Moon in the opening round. No problems with Gateway knocking off the Gators 6-0. And in the quarterfinals, no problems with TJ. I guess a little bit of a trouble with TJ. They won that game 2-1. Montour 2-0 over Char Valley in the opening round. 5-0 over South Fayette in the quarters. And then in the semis, they knock off South Park by a score of 2-1. Great job by Baumgartner. No, she did not keep it in. It's going to be a Montour throw-in. Trying to work her way down along that near wing. Set something up for the Moon Tigers. 23-24 remaining in the opening half. Scoreless at Highmark Stadium at Station Square. This is soccer. Championship soccer. Girls AAA brought to you by Carleton University and Progress. Only here on the MSA Sports Network. Are you taking pictures, Sean Saputo?
I am taking pictures.
You are a studious employee. I'd love to see that.
Tweeting as well.
Look at that. You're getting it done, my man. Listen to the Josh Roundtree emails. Montour tries to change the point of attack in their own end. They work it on the far. And now out near midfield. Turn it over, though. Picked up by the Tigers. They'll come back to the near side. Here's a chance for Thomas. Sprinting through a pair of defenders, but Hickey's going to beat her to the ball and scoop it up in the box. And Thomas pays a little bit of a price for her trouble. She gets spend some time on the turf here at Highmark Stadium.
Montour has spent a good amount of time lately in its own zone and had a couple opportunities early and finally gets that chance to pin Moon deep.
Well, coming over to turn that chance away is Kylie Evans with a strong right foot. She sends it right back into the Montour end. Montour, though, will gain control of it, but Baumgartner there for Moon. Can't stop it. Get some help from one of the midfielders. They'll drop back and send it back to Kylie Evans. But Evans turns it over in her own end. Down the near wing. Spartans try to cross it to the top of the box off the right foot of Marcinko. That won't work. Moon will get it, send it right back into the Montour zone. Wow. Look at the spin. Is that going to stay in? No. Hustle play by Delaney Snyder. Man, she is fun to watch play soccer for the Moon Tigers. Everybody thought that ball was just going to go out of bounds, and the way she had kicked it, it spun and hugged that near touchline deep into Montour territory before it finally trickled out. She almost tracked it down. She's got the power. We've seen it with the legs. She's got the jets and the moves, and certainly the ball handling skills, and that's how you end up with 31 goals in a regular season in the WPIAL Girls AAA Soccer. Montour throw in now. Work out of their own end. Hazelou. Good job by Baumgartner. Snuffs that attempt, but sends it out of bounds. It'll be a throw in for the Spartans. Working up the near side of the pitch. That's going to go in deep, and Evans will just go back and again shield off the Montour attacker. It's a throw in for the Moon Tigers. Baumgartner will go back and do the honors. Deep in our own territory as we near 20 minutes to play this opening half. Scott Majeski is here. So you could be watching as well as listening to WPIAL Championship Soccer on the MSA Sports Network. And a big-time thank you to Scott Majeski and Sean Saputo, because I got stuck in some horrid Pittsburgh traffic. I didn't get here until about 10 minutes before the game started, which is very unlike me and terribly embarrassing. Free kick coming up here for the Tigers. But these guys had everything ready to go as soon as I walked in the building. Kenya will take this kick. just outside her own box, near side, with the right foot. Send it deep into the Montour zone. Bounces off a Spartan head, now on the attack again. Goes Delaney Snyder. Not only does she have all the skills that we were just talking about, Sean, but she seems to have an engine that doesn't quit, too.
She does. She's been all over the field no matter where the ball is, moving east and west, north and south, doing it quickly as well, and she's been the ultimate opportunist with a possible assist here.
And she got a great little chest down to herself. Through man pass is going to be right-footed by Orr. Cleared away momentarily by Montour. They work deep in this near corner. The Spartans try to send it up the near touchline. Baumgartner can't track it down. Moon able to send it right back near the top of the box with the right foot of Mancini. But Montour able to clear it back out to midfield. Through man pass here. Nice little tic-tac-toe passing, but unable to track down the headman pass with Muha, as that came off the right foot of Marcinko. Montour looks like they want to play a little fast break soccer. Here's Delaney Snyder again. She's got herself a little space near the top of the box. Stops on a dime. Now comes back to the near. Cross-footed shot, and it's off the chest of the defender back there for the Montour Spartan Schiffauer. And it's going to go over the goal line, and we will get our first corner kick of the night right here. And over there to take it from the Spartans goes Emily Orr. So you look for the set play, and you look for Thomas or Delaney Snyder. That ball into the box and then punched away neatly by Hickey. All the way to the far side of the pitch, but sent right back into the box, and Hickey on one bounce will pick it up at the far post.
Tremendous read by Hickey on that punch. Did not allow any Moon players to break in. Boxed one out, actually, and was able to punch that free to the far side.
And then she does the drop kick. I love Hickey's drop kick, and she is rock solid with it, too. We'll get a whistle here as the ball was headed toward the Montour box. Offside's going to be the call against the Moon Tigers. As Thomas and Snyder were both on the attack there. But a free kick for Montour, 17 and a half to play in the half. Montour will send it back into the Tiger zone, but it's headed right back out to Snyder. Snyder surveys, now crosses to her left. A little left-footed through pass for Thomas, couldn't get it. Then he'll try to just kind of volley one up over the defense, but it's tracked down by Montour to send it back out to midfield. Now getting involved on the near side. Olivia Muha, good hustle play there for the Spartans. That'll buy Montour the throw-in. Taylor Smith to do the honors. Right in front of the Moon Tiger bench. Both of these clubs, tremendous amounts of girls on their roster. The Montour will go 17 girls deep. So we see a lot of different shirts, a lot of different names here tonight. In as deep as Montour is, and as many kids as they have on their roster, Moon has 6 or 7 more kids on their roster. Throw in for Montour. Just in front of the river. This ball's going to get into the box, but Maddie Sleva is going to come out on 2 bounces and pick it up for the Moon Tigers. Sleva's had a pretty quiet night back there between the pipes. This time she left foots the ball. And a booming punt about halfway into the Montour zone. Volleyed in the air. But you're right, Sean. I think you said it early on. There's no lack of physicality here. And credit the officials. I think maybe because they know these girls know each other so well, they're letting them play a little bit.
They really are. Just a lot of bumping in the middle of the field.
Little extras, too, like, when it's done. The initial bump, okay, we just ran into each other. But, here's a little something for you when you go away.
Yeah, and it's really something you enjoy to see, too, the officials allowing the girls to go out there and play the game, despite, at times there's a lack of physicality they allow to happen. This is made for, despite a 0-0 score, quiet with the shots. It's been tremendous played soccer so far.
Abby McEnroe will get called for a handball right around midfield. Montour will get the free kick. Sam White steps up and right foots this ball toward the box. Cleared away momentarily. Montour will track it back down. A little space now. The Spartans try to go to the far side. Good job by Moon to step in there defensively, and then it's headed away by McEnroe. Ball played high into the air once and then twice. Candy gets the melon on it as well, but Montour tracks it down on the far wing. Trying to send it back toward the box. Hustling over is Muha. She can't control it, and it's sent back out to midfield, and Montour immediately tried to send it, but that's a steal by Emma Thomas. Thomas head man pass here, and Delaney Snyder will pull up, as that's a little too strong for her. Coming out from between the pipes is Hickey. She'll play it back out to her defense in her midfield. But Moon able to pounce on another loose ball. Emily Orr has it, now left foots it into a Moon defender. Or into a Montour defender, I should say. Montour gets it back out to midfield, but only for a moment. Shake loose and roll all the way down the near touchline and go out of bounds. And it's going to be a throw-in for the Montour Spartans. 13:53 to play in the opening half. From Highmark Stadium at Station Square, Sean Saputo and Scott Majeski alongside. WPIAL Championship Soccer on the MSA Sports Network, brought to you by Carleton University and Progress. Carleton University, of course, proud sponsor of all sports, but especially girls high school sports here on the MSA Sports Network. Nice little footwork there by Orr. Work it back out 10 yards deep of the box. Angle shot will not get through. The ball will go all the way back to the midfield stripe, tracked down there by Kylie Evans for the Moon Tigers. They try to work it down the far wing. Montour come up with that ball and then play it out off of a Tiger. Throw in coming up for the Spartans. So maybe that early adrenaline, everything's just kind of settling down. Checking in now, we get a couple more substitutions on Saputo.
Yes, for Montour, checking in is Cassandra Schiffhauer. Then on the flip side, I was unable to catch the 29 for Moon.
Sheldon McKenzie.
Yes.
Now, I have two 28s on my roster for the Montour Spartans. So, Schiffhauer or Haslew. I think that might be Haslew.
Yeah, I have Schiffhauer and Haslew as well.
Let's see what grade they're in. Both the 11th graders. Here goes Thomas on the attack now. She's got herself some space. Work it down the near wing. Or trying to work toward the box. Sends it in. And Delaney Snyder, a big opportunity there on a nice cross from Emily Orr. But just a little late as the volley came across. It was an air ball. She would have had to pick that up about thigh level and get the good wood on it. And she missed it completely. Great hustle play. First of all, a nice feed by Thomas to Orr, and then Orr with a great cross. But Snyder unable to finish. The train goes by. Throw in coming up from Montour. As we get down there at 11 and a half minutes remaining in the opening half. Great crowd on hand for this first of two championship soccer games here on the MSA Sports Network. Coming up on the boys' side of things, Sewickley and Cardinal Worrell North Catholic. Just a couple of clicks away. Montour sends one into the box, and Sleva comes out from between the pipes and picks it up on two bounces. Now she'll come back to the near touchline. Punt that away with the left foot. Great play by Montour back there defensively as Courtney Thomas sends that ball back up over her own head. She was in trouble. That was bouncing over the defense, and it was going to be a breakaway for the Moon Tigers. And that right foot that she reached out with and just kind of sent it back over her own melon. That was a tremendous play to stop what could have been a huge chance for the Tigers. Baumgartner with the right foot. She'll send it right back near the top of the box, headed away by Montour. Spartans were working ahead. And midfield, played high in the air. Trying to trap it down at Scanlon. She will be able to do so. Scanlon gets herself a little room. She'll pull the trigger on a shot that's going to go wide, but Sleever will come out and scoop it up on the bounce. I think Scanlon at that point was just like, I want to shoot the ball.
Yeah, Montour hasn't produced a lot of offense. Just the second shot for the Spartans in this game. One single shot on goal. That came early, about the 35-minute mark, excuse me.
Here goes Orr down the near wing again. Watch that right-footed cross. Can't get it through, but it'll be sent out of bounds by the Montour defense. They throw in very deep in Montour territory. Or we'll play it right back to Thomas. She plays the high ball volley in the box, and a great play by Hickey to snatch that out of the sky. If that comes down, I got to believe Snyder's going to get a foot on it or a head on it, but Hickey went up over everybody with the paws, and a great two-handed grab of a very nice volley from Emily Orr. Here's Orr again going to work. She has stepped it up, generating opportunities here now for the Moon Tigers. Still scoreless, though, as we get inside 10 minutes to play in the opening half. Working down the far wing is Mackenzie Sheldon. She sends one into the box. The Spartans are all over that defensively as they will knock down Snyder. No whistle, will play on. Now in control is Caitlin O'Toole. O'Toole has her pocket picked. Also play there by Delaney Snyder. She came all the way back after being knocked down in the box to the midfield stripe for the steal. Turnover here by Moon, though. Montour in the middle of the pitch. And now some energy coming from Jody Ruffina. Jody Ruffing on the attack. Working down the far side for the Tigers. With that ball is Sheldon. She'll again send it into the box, but again on one bounce, it'll be picked up by Hickey. You count that as a shot on goal, Sean Zaputa?
It was just a single bounce in, so I was giving that one a shot on goal. Actually, well, a shot, not a shot on goal.
Here's the right-footed lead man pass for Scanlon. Scanlon can fly, but a good job to hustle back defensively by the Tigers. They'll send it out of bounds. Far touch line. We get a couple more substitutions for the Montour Spartans. Scrabis and Foster checking in. Scrabis will try to generate some offense for Lee Kokenauer's club. I love that reading it, what Lee had to say. He was asked who was his leading scorer, and he was like, that's a good question. They literally do not keep goal score stats for the Montour Spartans. Good hustle that time by Scanlon. Almost created her own opportunity in the box as she crisped and crossed, but it was finally cleared away by the Tigers. She was working against 3 Tigers by herself, putting on some fancy footwork. Now Moon will clear it back out near midfield. 7:15 to play here in the opening half. Scanlon just couldn't settle that one down. That's not Scanlon. That's Caitlin O'Toole in the middle near the top of the box. She'll get it right back. O'Toole trying to turn on the dime. Pokes it through a pair of defenders, but not a lot of mustard on it. Scooping it up will be Maddie Sleva. Sleva will left-footed punt this away. I'm impressed by both of these goalies and their punting powers. Emily Orr on the attack down the near wing. Can she control? Stops. Works it. Spins. Pushes it to herself down the far. Trying to go for the cross. Now she's stopped again. Being marked closely. This time the left-footed cross out near the top of the box is cleared away by the Spartan defense. We've seen her with the low crosses down near the goal with the right foot. That time she tried something different, but again, Montour on that ball. And the Spartans will track it down to midfield. Sam White, good hustle. Drops it back to her defense. Are you cold out there, Scott Majeski? You need a jacket? You don't have to. I guess you do have to stand outside, huh? We're going to get a throw-in coming up here. One of the orange vest-cladded ball girls gets the ball for the officials, and the Tigers will throw it in. 5:48 on a rolling first half clock on the MSA Sports Network. WPIAL Championship Soccer brought to you by Progress, First and Turf, and Carlow University, proud sponsor of all girls high school sports on the MSA Sports Network. Back and forth we go. Delaney Snyder settles this down. Now she'll create a little space for herself. Coming back near the middle of the pitch, right at midfield. Works around a defender. Now she turns on the Jets, turns the corner, and she'll just blast one right at Hickey. And she has to make the save. Snyder said, let's just see if she's paying attention back there, and Hickey equal to the task. Hickey has been solid here in this first half for the Montour Spartans.
5 shots for Moon, 2 shots on goal. However, a lot of opportunities through crosses for Hickey to punch and catch.
Snyder draws the whistle. Physical play again. This time it'll go against the Spartans. And coming up to take that free kick will be Christy Canyon, the junior defender. She's got a thunderous leg as well. This little thing on this, I know what to do with this. Canyon sends it down near the box. Knockdown, controlled, loose. Opportunity here. Pulling the trigger and it's blocked in front. A big booming shot. She got everything on that one. Isabel Engel. It goes off a Montour player and out of bounds, and we get a whistle. A corner kick coming up for the Moon Tigers.
It was Julia Mooney of Montour who took the shot off the face to save the score.
Here's Orr's cross through the box to the far side. Chested down by Snyder. She shoved to the ground, and we play on. Back into the box off the melon of Snyder. Loose to the near touchline. Can the Tigers keep it in? They will. Is that Orr hustling down there? Yes, it is. Great play by Emily Orr. Here she goes again now with a little space. Crosses and cleared away by the Spartan defense. And that Spartan defense is packed in there now, deep in that box. And they are really, really back on their heels. Moon on the full-blown attack, and now some fresh legs for the Montour Spartans. Checking in comes, Anna Dalmas, along with Molly Marcinko, and one other Moon Tiger, that's Haslew. Or Montour Spartan, I should say. Here's Thomas trying to spin. Marked very closely, drops it back. Baumgartner with the right foot, lifts it on top of the net, and it will stay up there. Able to punch it out to herself will be Hickey, and a goal kick coming up. We get down there, 3 minutes to play in the opening half. This thing I can clip somewhere. Hickey sends it back out near midfield. And the Spartans will send it into the Moon zone. Back there defensively headed away is Kylie Evans. Montour, though, pounces on the loose ball in the midfield area. Working on the near side, O'Toole marked very closely by Kanya defensively as they get involved a little bit physically there. Right at the near touchline, but we will play on. Throw in for the Spartans. And off the left foot of Sam White. O'Toole can't control it. She's dropped to the turf. And again, it's just good physical play. McEnroe. And now down goes the Tiger.
That's a tough call.
Angle to the turf. Pleading her case is Haslew.
That's a very tough call to make, especially with 2:06 left in the first half. Haslew was making an attempt at the ball. The Moon player who went down on the field, Izzy Engel, jumped in the air in contest with Haslew, and when Engel landed down, when she was starting to drop from her jump, it was when Haslew was hunched over to make the play on the ball, and it looked like a tabletop almost by Haslew. It was an unintentional one at that, and the referee saw it as a tabletop and called the foul.
And Engel came down awkwardly on that right shoulder. They are treating that right shoulder here now as she comes to the near sideline. Free kick coming up for the Tigers. 2:06 to play. They have stopped the clock for that injury. And we'll get back to the action. 2:06 remaining in the half. Just fall down near the top of the box. Haslew trying to track it down, but Thomas steals it away. Thomas now worked the near wing. Step over. And now tied up by a Montour Spartan defender. Tripped up. They'll play on. Thomas. You can see that ball go out of bounds off of Montour. Throw in coming up. Let's see if Baumgartner or Thomas will take that. She will play that. Thomas then plays that high ball, bouncing into the box, headed away by the Montour defense, but then sent right back down there. Snyder had an opportunity to bring it across, and that's going to be cleared out back over the goal line by Julia Mooney, but it's going to be yet another corner, third of the half now, for the Moon Tigers. Going over to take it will be Emily Orr. Orr will send this one high to the far post. Cleared away. I don't even know what that hit. It went back out to the far. It looked like somebody jumped up and got a head on it for the Montour Spartans.
It was actually Hickey with a punch out
again. There was another punch.
1 minute remaining in the half.
Hickey has done a fantastic job in reading these corner kicks by Moon.
And this ball will go out of bounds off of Moon over the goal line as we get inside a minute to play in the opening half.
In the game for Moon, number 12.
And a goal kick coming up for Hickey. And good news for Tiger fans, none the worse for wear. Izzy Engel checks back in for the Moon Tigers. And she appears ready to roll. Hickey, a little hesitation. Now she'll punt it, or goal kick it, I should say, back out in their midfield strike. Now Engel with a little bit of energy. Trying to come to the near, but unable to get to that loose ball. Montour will track it down ahead for Caitlin O'Toole. She can't stop that. Kenya will send it right back into the Montour zone. And look at Delaney Snyder jump on that loose ball, blow by everybody. Here she goes, pulls it to herself once, now twice, down along the goal line, but can't keep it in bounds.
Trying to do maybe a little too much that time around, and that should expire the first half.
That's going to be, you'll hear the horn sound. A scoreless first half of soccer from Highmark Stadium at Station Square, brought to you by Carleton University. Here on the MSA Sports Network, as well as the fine folks at Progress. Progress, First and Turf. We'll take a break, come back. We'll give you some statistics from this first half of soccer. WPIAL Championship Friday. Boys and girls soccer championships here tonight from Highmark Stadium at Station Square. And only here on the Management Science Associates Sports Network.
That's right. They have a rate as low as 2.59% APR with only $25,000 borrowed, fixed for 7 years. All my idea.
Your dad and I are looking to refinance, and that's one of the lowest rates yet. We really need to get our payments down.
Give Dollar Bank a call. They'll help you save a lot of money. Just remember who gave you the idea.
Oh, my.
Talk to a Dollar Bank loan expert today. They're not paid a commission and only have your best interests in mind. Start saving money now. Refinance to one of the lowest rates around. 2.59% APR fixed for 7 years. Longer terms are available. Stop by, call 1-800-242-BANK, or visit dollar.bank. Dollar Bank, mutually inspired. Rate is for well-qualified borrowers and includes a discount with a qualifying checking account. Not available for the refinance of a Dollar Bank loan, line, or mortgage of less than $15,000 in new money. Monthly payment of $13.03 per $1,000 borrowed. Other terms and conditions apply, subject to change without notice. Equal housing lender.
Coverage of the 2016 WPIAL Girls Volleyball and Boys and Girls Soccer Playoffs is only here on the MSA Sports Network. Follow the action from the preliminary round to audio and video coverage of the district soccer and volleyball championship matches. Your exclusive home for all of the WPIAL soccer and volleyball playoffs this fall is the MSA Sports Network. In a season of change, the one thing that remains the same is exclusive coverage of the WPIAL football playoffs, only here on the MSA Sports Network, starting Halloween night with the Playoff Pairing Show at 7 o'clock. Whether it's the Highway to Hines or the Road to RMU, it starts with the WPIAL Playoff Pairing Show, Monday, October 31st at 7 p.m., only here on the MSA Sports Network. You have been listening to exclusive coverage of the 2016 WPIAL Girls Volleyball Playoffs at MSASports.net, sponsored by Carleton University, by First Commonwealth Bank, by Progress, by UPMC.
I love how you remodeled the house. Thanks, Mom.
Steaks are done.
How did you two afford all of this?
We got a great home equity loan at Dollar Bank.
That's right. They have a rate as low as 2.59% APR with only $25,000 borrowed, fixed for 7 years. All my idea.
Your dad and I are looking to refinance, and that's one of the lowest rates yet. We really need to get our payments down.
Give Dollar Bank a call. They'll help you save a lot of money. Just remember who gave you the idea.
Oh, my.
Talk to a Dollar Bank loan expert today. They're not paid a commission and only have your best best interests in mind. Start saving money now. Refinance to one of the lowest rates around. 2.59% APR fixed for 7 years. Longer terms are available. Stop by, call 1-800-242-BANK, or visit dollar.bank. Dollar Bank, mutually inspired. Rate is for well-qualified borrowers and includes a discount with a qualifying checking account. Not available for the refinance of a Dollar Bank loan, line, or mortgage of less than $15,000 in new money. Monthly payment of $13.03 per $1,000 borrowed. Other terms and conditions apply, subject to change without notice. Equal housing lender.
And welcome back. WPIAL Championship Soccer on the MSA Sports Network alongside Sean Saputo and Scott Majeski. I'm Sam Hall. Halftime, Montour and Moon scoreless. WPIAL Championship Soccer on the girls' side of things brought to you by Progress and the Carlow University. Tonight's match, Progress, first and turf. And with a look at some of those first half numbers, Sean Saputo will step in.
Yeah, with that first half, it had opportunities early for both squads. However, things limited until the latter part of the first half where Moon started to take over a little bit. Total shots in favor of Moon, 5-3 over Montour. Shots on goal, Moon with 2, Montour with 1. That one came very early in the first half. Then Moon started to pick up defensively, limiting Montour to just 2 more shots. And in the corner side of things, Moon with the only 3 corner kicks in the first half. Nobody capitalized, though, as we still have a 0-0 score.
It is 0-0, 6:45. That means Don Rebel is fully involved in the pregame show for WPIAL football over at the MSA Sports World Headquarters. Don't forget, when we are done with this one, just a couple of clicks away, it'll be the Cardinal Whirl North Catholic Trojans taking on the Sewickley Academy Panthers. And I think I figured this out, Scott. Now everything sounds way better. This needs to be up on mix. Doesn't everything sound better for you, Benny?
It's much more clear.
Yeah, okay. It sounded the way it sounds, but it's what we're hearing in that return. That needs to be up on mix instead of return. So I'm feeling very, very good about that. And we're going to jump out and take another break and come back and get you set for the start of half number 2. Moon and Montour. Somebody's going home with a gold medal. Who's it going to be? You're going to find out. It's exclusive coverage of the 2016 WPIAL Soccer Finals brought to you by Progress and Carlow University, only here on the MSA Sports Network.
I love how you remodeled the house.
Thanks, Mom.
Steaks are done.
How did you two afford all of this?
We got a great home equity loan at Dollar Bank.
That's right. They have a rate as low as 2.59% APR with only $25,000 borrowed. Fixed for 7 years. All my idea.
Your dad and I are looking to refinance, and that's one of the lowest rates yet. We really need to get our payments down.
Give Dollar Bank a call. They'll help you save a lot of money. Just remember who gave you the idea.
Oh, my.
Talk to a Dollar Bank loan expert today. They're not paid a commission and only have your best interests in mind. Start saving money now. Refinance to one of the lowest rates around. 2.59% APR fixed for 7 years. Longer terms are available. Stop by, call 1-800-242-BANK, or visit dollar.bank. Dollar Bank, mutually inspired. Rate is for well-qualified borrowers and includes a discount with a qualifying checking account. Not available for the refinance of a Dollar Bank loan, line, or mortgage of less than $15,000 in new money. Monthly payment of $13.03 per $1,000 borrowed. Other terms and conditions apply, subject to change without notice. Equal housing lender.
Coverage of the 2000. Use Progress, first in turf. Progress has installed over 500 fields in the U.S. Getting the best artificial turf for your field depends on both the product and the partner you choose. That's why architects, athletic directors, and players choose the Progress Performance System. Progress maintains an active presence in the synthetic turf industry as members of the Sports Turf Management Association and the American Sports Builder Association, and is proud to be recognized as the FIFA preferred manufacturer. Call Progress today, 866-270-6003, or visit them on the web at www.progressturf.com. Progress, first in turf.
The team at UPMC Sports Medicine doesn't just rebuild wrists and knees. They build better athletes. Athletes at every level who want to get stronger and faster and prevent injuries. Fact is, no other sports medicine program in the region is more experienced when it comes to treating, training, and inspiring athletes. UPMC, the official healthcare provider of the Penguins, Steelers, and you. Find out more at upmcsportsmedicine.com.
People ask what drives me. It's the respect I have for my opponents, the trust I have in my teammates, a coach who treats me with dignity, and a university that has faith in me on and off the field. That's what keeps me focused, why I practice harder, play my heart out. I play to win. I play for Carlo. Tell us your story using #WhatDrivesYou. Carlo University, a proud sponsor of the MSA Sports Network.
And back at Highmark Stadium at Station Square as we get set to start half number 2. Still scoreless between the Montour Spartans and the Moon Tigers. WPIAL Championship Soccer brought to you by Progress, First and Turf, and by Carlo University, proud sponsor of all girls high school sports here on the MSA Sports Network. Second half kickoff for the Tigers, who will now work from right to left. You all right with that light, Sean?
We're good.
All right. Gonna open this window. Get myself emotionally involved here. Snyder and Thomas worked a little two-man game. Now they'll drop it back to a midfielder, trying to attack down this near wing for the Tigers. Was roughing. Kumanikoski couldn't get there. Going to go out of bounds. They will say it went out of bounds off of Thomas. A little frustration from her as we get second half action underway. 40 minutes away from the end of regulation. We'll see how it shakes down. Moon with the throw in now, right in front of their own bench. Tigers will work it for Burns down the near wing. Cleared away by Montour. Back out now near midfield. O'Toole giving chase. Kanye beats her to that ball and then shields her body away. Scanlon trying to come over and help out. It's going to be picked up. Loose ball, midfield. Working down the near side. Sam White. Headman pass there for Scanlon. Trying to turn it back inside. And it's cleared away. Throw in coming up for the Spartans. Rachel Wheeler down the near touchline. And that gets real physical. And a whistle here against Kenya.
Free kick for the Spartans.
Montour will get a free kick. 1 minute, 13 seconds into the second half. Opportunity comes up here for Sam White. Spartan will run a set play. White on the run-up. Sends it down. Sleva misplayed that a little bit, but thank heavens it went wide of her. Wide of that far post. If you're a Moon Tiger fan, Montour almost caught a big-time break. She came out, and I don't know whether she lost that in the lights a little bit, but she just did not look comfortable going after that ball, Sean Saputo.
She did not, and could have proven costly. It's just one of those things at this juncture. I've been a part of WPIAL playoffs in the past as a baseball player in high school, but it's just so emotionally taxing. You just have to make sure everything goes smooth.
Opportunity here for Scanlon. Can she control left-footed blast, and it's blocked away. Great job by Kenya defensively. Back there as well was Kylie Evans. But great hustle play by Scanlon. The left foot, though, gets the opportunity, and now it's going to be a corner kick for the Moon Tigers. For the Montour Spartans. Their first corner of the night. They have come out here aggressively in half number 2. We are about 2.5 minutes into the half. They'll set up for a corner. Scoreless WPIAL Championship Soccer on the MSA Sports Network. Snyder able to clear it away momentarily for the Tigers. Montour goes right back on the attack, though. Haslew couldn't get to the loose ball, and it's going to go out of bounds off of Montour. Spiderweb right here. Pretty big one. Hopefully that doesn't mean there's a big spider, Sean Saputo. That would be bad, my friend.
No big spiders.
I don't want big spiders. It's pretty cold for big spiders. They're probably sleeping somewhere. This ball will be the goal kick sent out near midfield. Trying to track it down to the Tigers. Able to get there is Engel. And she'll get it down that far wing. A little space now on the attack. Delaney Snyder. Snyder's cross. In front! Unable to put it home. Working along that near wing is Kumatkowski. Good speed again by Snyder. The good cross. Kumatkowski got the foot on it, but it jumped up over the crossbar. And a goal kick comes up here for the Montour Spartans. Each club has had their opportunities in this scoreless soccer match, brought to you by Progress First and Turf and Carleton University on the MSA Sports Network. Now, Thomas able to track this down. Step over. Works it. Now another step over. She's going to lose that. Oh, she has it knocked out of bounds by Montour. Throw in coming up for Thomas on that far side. Senior forward Emma Thomas, 16 goals on the regular season. Her and Snyder have been huge for the offense of the Moon Tigers. Good hustle play there. Great job to use her body, too, by Kumatkowski to shield that Montour defender away from the ball. But Montour eventually will get to that loose ball and send it out to midfield and then back all the way into the Moon end. It'll roll out of bounds. Throw-in coming up for the Moon Tigers. Sydney Smith to do the honors. Smith works it out to Kumatkowski at the midfield stripe. She heads it down, and then it's quickly sent back into the Moon end by Montour. And there's a clear handball. Getting away with that in the middle of the pitch was Hasselou, and you can hear the Moon fans not liking that. And the Moon fans won't like this either. That's going to be cleared out of bounds. Far touchline deep in Tiger territory. Throw coming up for Montour. Trying to generate some offense. 5 minutes in to half number 2. We are still scoreless. This ball into the box. Trying to turn and generate a shot is Scanlon. That's going to be a corner for the Montour Spartans. Keep an eye on Scanlon and O'Toole right here. Scanlon right at the top of the little box, the goalie box, on the run-up. This is sent right into there. O'Toole can't get the melon on it. It's going to be chested down at the top of the box. Right-footed shot taken but not through off the foot of Sam White. Now it's deflected back out front. O'Toole spins with that right foot. She cannot control it. It'll go out of bounds beyond the goal line, and a goal kick coming up for the Moon Tigers and Maddie Sleva. And actually she will give way. Let a defender go on. Kenya will goal kick that. Montour, though, will pounce on that loose ball in the midfield area. Haslu down the far, now to the top of the box. O'Toole trying to work a little two-man, maybe three-man game there for the Spartans. Unable to control it, but it goes out of bounds off a Tiger. Throw in for Montour, but then they lose control down by the river on a Friday night. And the throw in for Moon.
Montour fans can be emotionally invested into MSA Sports tonight, as another team from Montour are making the push to the highway to Hines this evening at Thomas Jefferson High School. Here on MSA Sports, Kyle Dawson, Danny Holzer on the call there in Jefferson Hills, Pennsylvania.
Captain Lucero's club. That is a tall task, my friend.
Thomas Jefferson, my alma mater. It seems like Bill Chirpak every year just somehow pulls something out of his hat and leads them to an undefeated
the thing that Chirp does is whatever he has, that's what he does. Yep. And he, if he has a guy who can throw for 2,000 yards, he'll have a guy who throws for 2,000 yards. If not, he will run for 9,000 yards as a team. Goal kick here for Sleva. Sends it out near the midfield stripe. Hasler will track it down for Montour. But Moon able to get control of it. Send it deeper into the Montour zone. But credit Montour, they've changed up a little bit here now. They have had a little more control here in this early second half. Now, as I say that, Thomas on the run down the far wing for the Tigers. She'll stop on a dime, pulls it back, steps over it, crosses it, but she's going to cross it into the side of the net beyond the goal line. Goal kick coming up for Hickey. A couple of Spartans trying to check back in. Julia Mooney. Actually, they're going to try to get 3 in here. Are they going to let them? Marcinko, Mooney. They're going to get 4 in. Marcinko, Mooney, Dalmas, and Maddie Allen. Breather for Taylor Smith and Caitlin O'Toole will check out as well, along with Olivia Muha. Goal kick there by Hickey. Montour will knock it down on their own end. They'll control. Work for a little space. Now come to the near. Stopping and spinning. Going back the other way. Change of direction. Nice job by Sam White. Now the headman pass. All the way back into the Moon zone. Unable to track it down. Hustling back there was Kylie Evans, who has flipped over to striker after playing really in the back row the entire first half. Big collision right there at the Moon bench. Going down hard is Kumankoski as she collided with Montour's Maddie Allen. He will play on. Here's Snyder on the attack. She's tripped up. Haslew comes with that loose ball. Haslew surveys and now sends it down the near touch line. It's going to go out of bounds. Throw in coming up for the Tigers. I'll say this for Snyder. And if you're a person who watches a lot of the men's game throughout America and Europe, where a guy goes down, you think like he got shot. Snyder doesn't do that. She does not act like it's any big deal. Anytime she's tripped up or bounced around a little bit, she just gets up and gets right back to playing soccer, and I love her for that. High bouncing ball through the box, and it'll go over the goal line. Goal kick for the Moon Tigers. Now over 10 minutes into half number 2. We are still scoreless from Highmark Stadium at Station Square, along with Sean Saputo and Scott Majeski, who's now it's getting cold, huh, brother?
Oh, it's starting to tender up a little bit.
We got the windows open in here if that makes you feel any better. Back and forth we go in the middle of the pitch. Haslew left foots this ball down into the box. Nobody home for the Spartans. Coming out to pick it up will be Sleva. She will left foot this ball right back out to the midfield stripe. Headed down by Moon. Thomas hustling over there. Couldn't get to that ball. It's sent back in deep again by the Spartans on the attack. Cross here. A little bit of an opportunity right now. And some energy. Instead, they'll back up. It's going to be a blast off the back of a Moon defender by Julia Mooney. And this ball sent right back out to the middle of the pitch. Thomas turns on the Jets. Snyder streaking down that left wing. Thomas going to try to go to her. Now Kumankoski comes in as well. Nice touch pass by Thomas. Kumankoski with the left-footed cross. Loose in front. Cleared away neatly by the defender for the Montour Spartans. Attacking back near the top of the box for Moon, but unable to control it and knock it down is Abby McEnroe. Boy, that was really getting pretty as Moon was on the attack there a moment ago. Tigers will again chip this ball ahead. Here's an opportunity for Snyder trying to split a pair of defenders. Great job. Ball still loose. Right-footed. Hickey somehow got the right foot on it, the right shin to make the save. As Delaney confused all three Montour defenders right there and actually was going to be on that ball for a good, pretty solid, clean shot, but it went right into the shin guard of Hickey.
I have no idea how Hickey made that save. It just bobbled around. Hickey went to go pick it up, lost her footing, and then couldn't see who came in on the Moon side to take it. Took a shot. It ricochet off a Montour defender towards the net, and somehow at the last second, Hickey just sticks out that right shin guard. In the slightest of touches, knocked it off to the side where Montour could clear.
Credit that shot to Delaney Snyder. Goal kick for the Tigers. Here's Snyder again going to work. That's poked away neatly by Alex Faith before Snyder can get to it, but there she is on that loose ball again. Crisscross with the Jets, far side to Thomas near the top of the box, going through the box, floating loose. Trying to attack it is Kumankoski, but she can't get to it. Nice job defensively for the Montour Spartans by Maddie Allen. And it'll be cleared away by Montour. Off the head of Kenya. Or can't control it. Julia Mooney was on the attack for the Spartans. We'll get substitutions again, so Lee Kokenauer talked about being 17 deep, and he is trying to keep fresh legs out here against these top-seeded Moon Tigers in this AAA championship matchup as Kaylin O'Toole checks back in. This ball chested down by Allen. Sends that into the box. Moon defense all over that, but Haslett will track down that ball at clearing attempt. Allen back to Haslett. Turns with a left foot, and that's cleared ahead to Snyder. Snyder on the run. And that's a nice job by Montour defensively. They will clear it and poke it and get it right back on the attack to the near side. Scanlon left foots that ball into the box. Trickles loose in front. And will bounce to the near. Bodies everywhere. Sleeve able to get back up. And we're going to get a whistle, I think, an offsides call.
There was a Montour player taken down by the net attempting to play the ball. It was Maddie Scanlon looking to play the ball. The two converge. Scanlon falls to the turf hard. After
no
the bump.
offsides, just a goal kick.
But a goal kick awarded.
Things getting fiery here at Highmark Stadium at Station Square. Both of these teams with huge fan bases. I'm looking back here to my left and right. I don't see an empty seat as far as I can see to either corner. Here's Snyder being hounded in the corner. Pokes it to herself. Deep in the corner. Now she's just dropped to the turf. And Montour able to get it back out front. Now things are getting a little out of hand if you're an official. Very, very physical play right now. Montour able to come down with that ball. Working ahead. Scanlon working up the near touchline. Can she keep it in? No. Going to be a throw-in coming up for the Moon Tigers.
Snyder got hauled down in the back.
She got knocked down.
And we had elbows exchanged in front of the Moon bench.
Right at the bench, clearly.
And then a shove at midfield. Officials really letting them play now.
Whistles are in the pockets here at Highmark Stadium at Station Square.
Things are getting testy too. You can hear the fans with our mics sticking out the window. It's oohs and ahs. It's a symphony from the fans.
Montour, nice student section here tonight as well. Now in a little bit of speed, a little bit of space for Sam White through the box. Trying to track down that headman pass was Anna Dalmas. She can't get there. But Montour again will track down this ball. Molia sends it down or Mooney, I should say, sends it down the near wing. And a whistle here, and a free kick coming up for the Tigers deep in their own territory. 23-30 to play at half number 2. Still scoreless. Much more kind of equal play in terms of opportunities in this second half, don't you think, Sean Saputo?
Easily. The only difference between the two are the Moon opportunities have come back to being haunted due to great play by Hickey, while the Montour opportunities have just gone awry and unable to get an attempt on goal, as Montour in this half still has yet to get a shot or a shot on goal.
We're going to get a corner for the Tigers. The first of the half for Moon. And it's going to be sent to the far post, and another punch save made by Hickey. Right hand sends it high to the top of the box. Everybody trying to settle it down. Now they'll try to play it in the sky, and it'll be left-footed out of there neatly by Maddie Allen. All the way in the far side, Baumgartner. Good hustle. She's trying to buy herself a throw-in. That's not going to be the case. It'll be a throw-in for Montour.
Back in the game for Montour, number 5, Rachel Wheeler.
Rachel Wheeler checks in for the Spartans. You just get the feeling you're headed toward golden goal soccer, even though it's still 22 minutes away.
This juncture, shootout soccer might be absolutely intense between these two teams.
Thomas again, step over. Far side, Thomas looking across. She's got Snyder in the top. Instead, she tried to go down low. It's blocked away by Montour and sent over the far touchline. And Thomas writhing in pain on the field turf here at Highmark Stadium at Station Square. That is not good news if you're a Moon Tiger fan. I don't know whether she...
She's holding her right shin.
Yeah, when she swung at that ball, if she hurt or twisted something or just collided with the Montour Spartan that was there defensively in any event, she will get treated. Looks like maybe now she's cramping up as they're trying to stretch her out. Both teams have gotten together. The goalkeepers have, well, Hickey has stayed out on the field. Sleva came to the near bench. What's she getting? Water, gloves. She's adjusting her shin guard. The good news is Thomas able to get up, walk, and now jog back to the sideline for the Moon Tigers. That is very good news. One of their leading scorers on the year, and we have watched her all night long really be a tremendous source of generating offense for the Moon Tigers, despite the fact that you look up on the scoreboard and see goose eggs in the AAA Girls Soccer Championship match, brought to you by Progress First and Turf and Carleton University, proud sponsor of all girls high school sports here on the MSA Sports Network. Throw in for the Tigers. Kumankowski is going to be one of the strikers, and now I think also striking in Thomas's absence will be Mackenzie Sheldon. Thomas already up saying, I'm fine. She's up. She's trying to get back in the game right this second. Her coach is like, take a breather. She's like, let's go. She will go back in. He's like, all right, go ahead. And she will stand at the substitution line and wait for that whistle. It'll be Montour throwing from the far. She talks to Bill Pfeiffer. This ball out and loose. A lot of space here. Able to just throw it back down toward the box. And another. You can hear the Moon Tiger fans wanting the whistle. Delaney Snyder trying to get after that headman pass. It was a really nice pass off the left foot of Sydney Smith into the box. But it's just going to be a goal kick.
That was a good no call. The feet got tangled between the defender and the Moon offensive player. That from here, looking down, looked like a good call. Just a little bit of a tangle up between the two.
Snyder heads this goal kick right back at the goal. Thomas is back in there now. Snyder tracks down the loose ball. Right-footed blast. I think she hit her own teammate, Thomas. Came right back to her. She drops it to the far side. This ball is lifted into the box and it'll go over the goal line from the far side by the Moon Tigers. Snyder pulled the trigger on a monster shot and from about 6 feet away hit Emma Thomas in the backside.
Emma Thomas just wants to forget these last couple minutes of play on the field.
I just got back in here. What are you trying to do to me? Now she'll play this ball. That was close to being a dangerous play there by the defender for Montour, Courtney Thomas. Moving on the attack now. Still scoreless. 19:42 to play in half number 2. And Montour, a little bit of breathing space in their own end. Trying to work that up to Dalmas. Dalmas plays it with her head but cannot control it. This ball will be sent right back again toward the top of that Montour box. Good hustle play and winning that 50-50 ball by Mackenzie Sheldon. But it's right back out the midfield by Montour. It's gone now 4 across the back, and those midfielders are playing deep in their own defensive zone. Opportunity on the run now going down the far side. Haslew stops on a dime, trying to cross there. That'll go off a Moon Tiger, and that'll generate a corner for the Montour Spartans. Great hustle play by Haslew. Fresh bodies and fresh legs set to come in for the Montour Spartans. Scanlon will check back in. O'Toole will check back in. Olivia Muha as well. I got to say, I am, keeping in mind that it's the first round of WPIAL football playoffs all around the area. This is a tremendous crowd and a tremendous job there by Sleva to just jump up and pluck that corner out of the sky as it came to the near post.
Good job getting a shot and a shot on goal, though, by Montour, the first of each for this half. It's been a lot of play in its own defensive zone.
Spartans will bounce this one high into the box, and again, Sleva able to hustle out from between the pipes and pluck it out of the air after one bounce. Scanlon was back there trying to make something happen for Montour. 18 minutes to play in the half. And a turnover here in midfield. Kumankoski working ahead now. Down the near wing comes Sheldon. Sheldon stops. Goes to the right foot. Got a little space. Sends it down near the top of the box. Maybe some room for Orr, but she can't find the ball. Now she'll stop and spin. And Montour able to use that opportunity to get back on defense. Baumgartner down the far wing has it poked out of bounds. Throw-in coming up for the Tigers. She will drop it back to Orr. Orr stops it, surveys. Now comes away for the defender. Left foots it into the box. Snyder couldn't trap it. She was open in front, pulling the trigger just out near the near wing top of the box is Sheldon. And that save is made neatly by Mara Hickey.
Snyder has had ample opportunities to put one in the back of the net tonight, but it's either been awkward passes or bad timing on her release point.
Here goes Snyder on the run down the near wing. Headman pass. She'll stop it on the dime. Pulls it back to herself. Now the right-footed cross to the far post and punched away by Hickey. Orr was lining it up to put the head on it, and Hickey got there before. Back into the box it's sent. Snyder plays the volleyball with the right foot, and it's cleared away by Montour. 16:45 remaining in the half. Montour at midfield. Spartans on the attack, working ahead here for Scanlon. Scanlon down the near wing. And she'll be bodied off of that ball firmly. And we'll get a whistle. Goal kick coming up for the Tigers. Isabella Sinatra back there defensively for the Moon Tigers. And I'll tell you what, that was a physical collision. That was actually Kylie Evans. Looks like she's feeling it in her nose. 16 minutes to play here in half number 2. Montour tracks down that goal kick. Working ahead to Scanlon. Scanlon, left foot, little through ball here. They work the 3-man game. Working ahead for Caitlin O'Toole. O'Toole gets it back out top for Sam White with some space. White's going to send it down toward the net, but it's just rolling gently and scooped up by Sleva.
Looked like a pass attempt to the far side. Had a fellow striker on the far post. It was Muha, but unable to connect on the pass and recovered easily by the netminder.
This ball goes out of bounds, far touchline. Throw in for Orr. Moon tries to work it back out high. Baumgartner can't get there, but it goes out of bounds off Montour. Baumgartner will get the throw in. She'll work it down into that far corner. Montour trying to keep it alive. They cannot. This is going to be a corner kick coming up for the Moon Tigers. Emily Orr sets up on the far side down by the Monongahela River. And the Tigers get into their set play. Thomas goes running to the near post. Snyder traps it with the belly, and as it came down, tried to volley it toward the goal and could not get it on net.
Now if you're Montour, based on what I've seen between the two, if you're Montour, you continue to try to keep working in the middle, getting it deep in the zone, but you might have to at this point with 14 minutes left, playing the number 1 seed, take some shots from a little farther away just to get them on goal and see if you maybe can't set yourself up with corner kicks.
Snyder with some space, works to Kuman-Kosny. Now Snyder going to get it back. And again, fanned on the shot just as she crossed into the box. Kuman-Kosky, though, pounces on the loose ball, and she almost got an opportunity. And right now, Delaney Snyder, I think, a little bit frustrated, Sean, by something you've mentioned. She's had some opportunities, and those are opportunities she does not usually let go by the way.
Not when you've been one of the premier scorers in the WPIAL this year. She has been shut down by mistakes on her own part.
Maddie Allen on the attack for the Spartans. Headman pass for Scanlon. Can she get there? No. Just over the goal line and a goal kick coming up for Sleever. Hasloo will check in for Taylor Smith. So they do say that 28 is Schiffauer and not Hasloo. Our apologies. I'm not sure that they know any more than we know, whether that's Schiffauer or Hasloo. Whoever, they have been a very solid, stout presence for Montour in the middle of this soccer pitch all night long. 13 minutes now remaining in regulation. Orr on the run, stops on a dime. Orr looking at Thomas in the middle of the box, but it's cleared away neatly by the defense. Comes down loose. Sheldon almost had an opportunity at that ball, but Montour able to clear it away. Good hustle play back there for the Spartans. Rachel Wheeler as they man up to go 4 across here. Abby McEnroe right foots this pass, too strong over the goal line. And a goal kick for the Spartans. Hickey will put it on the tee. Far corner on an absolutely gorgeous night in Pittsburgh. Don't forget, volleyball championships tomorrow, brought to you by Carleton University here on the MSA Sports Network at Baldwin. More soccer right back here at Highmark Stadium at Station Square. And then tomorrow night we'll wrap up the first round on the road to Robert Morris down at Single A. Bishop Canavan taking on California, PA. Lanny for Terry and Bob Work was on the call of that one from Dormont Stadium. This ball punted, and a handball there going to go against the Montour Spartans. Kaylin O'Toole. So Buchanan setting it up for the Tigers. Just about 15 yards into her own zone. She'll send it right back into the box on the fly. Knocked down by Snyder, but then poked away by the Montour defender. Great hustle play to not quit on that by Alex Faith. It's going to end up being a corner kick, but other than that, it was going to be a breakaway goal were it not for Faith's tremendous hustle.
Did everything in her arsenal and somehow managed to just kick the ball enough off the foot of Snyder to free up space and cause a corner rather than an easy opportunity on the net.
Here is Orr setting up to take that corner. Sends it straight across the box. Headed, but just headed wide. Down low, right on the keeper. They had set up Abby McEnroe. That set play does get the melon on the ball, but it goes wide of the near post. And we remain scoreless as we get down near 10 minutes to play in half number 2. This ball will be sent out off the goal kick, tracked down by Snyder. Snyder on the move. Snyder right-footed blast from the top of the box, and the save is made by Hickey. And that time Snyder got to pull the trigger on the shot she wanted, but Hickey was equal to the task. Hickey sends it back out to midfield. Played off the Tiger, but continues to roll deep into Moon Tiger territory. Montour will track it down. Nice move here by the Spartans. They're trying to work ahead with O'Toole. Scanlon on the near. Hazelou plays it. Knocked down by Taylor Smith, but she can't control it. On the run, coming back the other way is Emma Thomas. She gets sandwiched by a pair of Martin Tour defenders. They will shield her away from that ball. Enough for Hickey to come out and scoop it up just as it comes into the box. Then she'll drop kick it back out to the midfield stripe. Knocked down, though, by Snyder. On the attack, go to the far wing. Orr surveys. She's got a little space. Comes to the box. Goes to her right. Loses the control. And Montour sends it toward that far touchline. And now they'll get it and control it. Crisscross move here. Going around McEnroe. Nice work. Dragging it all the way out of her own end for the Montour Spartans. That ball was going to be stopped down at midfield. Haslem had it, lost it. And that ball going to go right back again, and hustling back for Montour again is Courtney Thomas. That was Thomas who dragged that ball from deep in her own end all the way out to the midfield stripe just a moment ago. She went around 2-3 different Moon Tigers to do so. Throw in for Moon. Snyder is over there working along with Orr. Orr is doing the throwing. Now she'll give way to Baumgartner. Baumgartner will throw it in. McEnroe will come over. She'll get the melon on the ball. Thomas trying to pounce on that loose ball. She is again sandwiched by a pair of Spartan defenders. Emma Thomas has had a rough night here at Highmark Stadium at Station Square. She will remember this night for a long time, my friend.
She's been taken down twice. She's received a blast from Snyder off the back. Everything just painfully going wrong for Thomas tonight.
Hickey on the run up, the goal kick. Rolls out near midfield. Montour tracks it down. Hazelou or Schiffauer on the run.
A good ball.
Headman pass here, opportunity here for Scrabus. Scrabus, little push it through a defender, trying to go around a Moon Tiger. Scrabus cannot maintain control, though. Will be cleared outside the near touchline by the Tigers, and a throw-in coming up for Montour. Hustling back there to take it will go Rachel Wheeler.
For Moon, number 29, Mackenzie Sheldon.
Maddie Allen checks in. Mackenzie Sheldon checks in for the Tigers. Maddie Allen checks in for Montour. Throw in for the Spartans. Just toss it to the box near side. And it's going to be a goal kick. Up into the bleachers. In the goal down and to our right. See an ambulance crossing over the Fort Pitt Bridge ramp down onto the Parkway East. I'm attracted to those blinking lights. Sean, can't help it. Kenya booms this up to the midfield area. And a whistle and a pushing foul going to go against the Montour Spartans. Free kick for Moon. About 15 yards inside their own territory. Kenya will come out and take care of that business. She'll put this right at the top of the box on a line. She has been doing it all night long. This time she slides a little bit to the far right. Thomas trying to track down that loose ball. Look at her turn on the Jets. She's going to get there. And is that going to generate a corner? I believe it is. She is slide tackled down at the far post. Emma Thomas is a gamer. This will be a throw-in for the Moon Tigers. Into the box, headed out of there by Hazelou. And then trying to volley a shot down onto the net from out high is Baumgartner, but that's going to go high over everything. It might have gone. Did that go on the roof?
No,
it just bounced down below the.
Surprisingly, that didn't even make it out.
This will be Hickey with the goal kick. We're down inside 6 minutes to play in regulation already. Still scoreless from Highmark Stadium at Station Square alongside Sean Saputo and Scott Majeski. I am Sam Hall. It's WPIAL Championship Soccer brought to you by Progress First and Turf at Carleton University. Proud sponsor of all girls high school sports here on the MSA Sports Network. Now, Orr loses control on the far side, tracked down by Hazelou for the Spartans. She's got a little room now, coming toward the middle of the pitch. Headman pass, work it to the far, trying to step in there and make the steal is a nice job by Sydney Smith, but her boot will send it out of bounds near touchline. Throw in for Montour's Taylor Smith. Able to get control of that and steal it away is Sheldon. Ahead for Delaney Snyder. Snyder down the near wing. Left foots it to herself. Gets into the box. Sends it out. Big opportunity for Orr, who sends it home. Emily Orr gives the Moon Tigers a 1-0 lead with less than 5 minutes to play. And it all starts, first of all, way out high, and a tremendous effort by Mackenzie Sheldon. Sheldon worked it down the line on a nice little through ball to Snyder, who turned on the Jets, gave herself some room with her left foot, got it to herself, and then crossed it across and through back to the far side of the box. Streaking in all alone was Emily Orr. She sends it home, and the Tigers lead at 1-0 with 4:45 to play. And the Tiger faithful, after 75 minutes and 15 seconds of scoreless soccer, see their Tigers break out on top 1-0 with 4:45 remaining in regulation. Montour, now he's got to get into desperation mode. Snyder trying to pounce on that loose ball. She will. Look at her. She has gotten some energy from that goal. And she is absolutely dominant at times. And a very nice show of sportsmanship there as Snyder gives the low five to Taylor Smith. And they have battled all night long here. We talked about them battling all season long. Section foes, but Moon trying to beat Montour for the third time this year. And this time would be the time that it really matters. Here's Thomas on the attack. Drop it here again. Sheldon. Chris's crosses. Stops on a dime. Pulls it back to herself. Has it taken away momentarily and then sent back down near the top of the back. Nice right foot by Engel. But it shakes loose for the Spartans. Montour back on the attack now. Left footing that back out high is Muhas, who sent it into the box. And then a huge collision between Sleva and the striker for the Montour Spartans, who is down on the turf. Now they both get up and appear none the worse for wear. They're both going after that loose ball. Is that Rachel Wheeler on that far side, Sean? I cannot make out her number. Sleeva's going to get up and punt it away already. They didn't even check them out as we get down there. 3 minutes to play.
Looks like Samantha White, maybe? I
Sam
can't
White,
tell
yeah,
from
11,
from this far.
And a whistle here, an opportunity now for Montour. As Thomas gets called for the shove out high. Montour will get a free kick from about 38 yards out. Down into the box. Off the head. And again, Sam White on the attack, but again, Sleva pounces on that loose ball after the bounce and scoops it up. 2:47 to play. Sleva punts it away with that left foot. Now a turnover by Montour in the midfield area. You can't afford that with 2.5 minutes to play. You're down 1-0. They'll head it back to their keeper, Hickey. Sends it right back into the Moon end. Thomas trying to get it down to the turf. And she'll get some help in that backside by Kylie Evans. Evans sends it to the far touchline and then sent back into the Moon area. Delaney Snyder. A big-time collision there with Courtney Thomas, and another collision. This time it was Emma Thomas colliding with Olivia Muha on the whistle here. It's going to go, call going to go against Emma Thomas. And they'll say that was intentional.
Moon fans pleading, but kind of difficult to plead that one. Emma Thomas went up to get the header and clearly converged on the Montour player that has already in position to make the play.
So another free kick. Sam White sends it into the box. It's headed away neatly defensively by Isabel Engel. And so now inside 2 minutes remaining. Moon up 1-0, 1:44 on a rolling second half clock. It's going to go out of bounds. Montour with a throw in near the midfield area. They are in full-blown desperation mode, and credit the Moon Tigers. They're really not letting them set anything up in terms of offense to try and get it going for the Spartans and looking for the equalizer. Opportunity here for White. Now she's got a little space. Comes to her right. Stops. Sends it back down through the box to the corner. On the attack with Scanlon. Can she get there? No. And it'll be a goal kick. Good job to hustle back by Kylie Evans defensively for the Tigers. Emily Orr right now, the only goal of the game as we are inside a minute remaining in regulation.
1 minute remaining.
And the Tigers taking their sweet time with his goal kick. Caney will now send it up to the near touch line. It'll be headed out of bounds. And now Montour looking for a ball. They will get it from their student section. They'll get a throw in here. Trying to generate that equalizer, but there is Delaney Snyder pouncing on the loose ball and sending it wide. Orr, who has the only goal of the game, will send it back up to midfield. Half a minute remaining. 1-0 Moon. Looking for their 2016 WPIAL Championship. Tigers pounce on that ball in their own end. 15 seconds to play. And they'll send it out. 12 seconds. They'll count it down. In the box, off the body of Snyder. Still in the box, loose. Pulling the trigger with 1 second left. A left-footed shot like Maddie Scanlon, but she didn't get all of it, and that's going to do it. The Moon Tigers are your 2016 WPIAL AAA Girls Soccer Champions. A 1-0 victory on the Emily Orr goal off the feed from Delaney Snyder. Don't go anywhere, as we will get the post-game show coming up When we come back, you're listening to it all. Brought to you by the good folks at Carlow University and Progress. First in Turf, only here on the Management Science Associates Sports Network.
Coverage of the 2016 WPIAL Girls Volleyball and Boys and Girls Soccer Playoffs is only here on the MSA Sports Network. Follow the action from the preliminary round to audio and video coverage of the district soccer and volleyball championship matches. Your exclusive home for all of the WPIAL soccer and volleyball playoffs this fall is the MSA Sports Network.
I love how you remodeled the house. Thanks, Mom.
Stakes are done.
How did you two afford all of this?
We got a great home equity loan at Dollar Bank.
That's right. They have a rate as low as 2.59% APR with only $25,000 borrowed. Fixed for 7 years. All my idea.
Your dad and I are looking to refinance, and that's one of the lowest rates yet. We really need to get our payments down.
Give Dollar Bank a call. They'll help you save a lot of money. Just remember who gave you the idea.
Oh, my.
Talk to a Dollar Bank loan expert today. They're not paid a commission and only have your best interests in mind. Start saving money now. Refinance to one of the lowest rates around. 2.59% APR fixed for 7 years. Longer terms are available. Stop by, call 1-800-242-BANK, or visit dollar.bank. Dollar Bank, mutually inspired. Rate is for well-qualified borrowers and includes a discount with a qualifying checking account. Not available for the refinance of a Dollar Bank loan, line, or mortgage of less than $15,000 in new money. Monthly payment of $13.03 per $1,000 borrowed. Other terms and conditions apply. Subject to change without notice. Equal housing lender.
Replace your athletic field, choose ProGrass, first in turf. ProGrass has installed over 500 fields in the U.S. Getting the best artificial turf for your field depends on both the product and the partner you choose. That's why architects, athletic directors, and players choose the ProGrass Performance System. ProGrass maintains an active presence in the synthetic turf industry as members of the Sports Turf Management Association and the American Sports Builder Association, and is proud to be recognized as the FIFA preferred manufacturer. Call ProGrass today, 866-270-6003, or visit them on the web at www.progressturf.com. ProGrass, first in turf.
The team at UPMC Sports Medicine doesn't just rebuild wrists and knees. They build better athletes. Athletes at every level who want to get stronger and faster and prevent injuries. Fact is, no other sports medicine program in the region is more experienced when it comes to treating, training, and inspiring athletes. UPMC, the official healthcare provider of the Penguins, Steelers, and you. Find out more at upmcsportsmedicine.com.
People ask what drives me. It's the respect I have for my opponents, the trust I have in my teammates, a coach who treats me with dignity, and a university that has faith in me on and off the field. That's what keeps me focused, why I practice harder, play my heart out. I play to win. I play for Carlow. Tell us your story using #WhatDrivesYou. Carlow University, a proud sponsor of the MSA Sports Network.
And back at Highmark Stadium at Station Square alongside Sean Saputo and Scott Majeski. Final score, the Moon Tigers win it. The WPIAL champions of 2016 are the Tigers. Both of these clubs move on into the PIAA tournament, but Tigers win it with 4:45 remaining in the second half. They get the only goal of the game from Emily Orr off a feed from Delaney Snyder, but tremendous work out high really starts that whole situation by Mackenzie Sheldon, and the Tigers knock off the Montour Spartans for the third time this year, and they are your WPIAL champions. The medal ceremony taking place on the field here at Highmark Stadium at Station Square as we speak. With some look at some of the numbers from the contest, we turn it over to Sean Saputo.
Yeah, looking at it, Moon really, in statistic terms, dominated this contest despite the 1-0 final score. Shots on goal total in the contest, Moon 11 shots on goal to Montour's 4. These are unofficial stats, of course. Moon in shots on goal 6 to Montour's 2. And corners, 6 for Moon and 3 for the Spartans.
The only goal of the game goes to Emily Orr. We thank our sponsors, especially the Progress First and Turf folks and the good folks at Carlow University, proud sponsor of all girls high school sports here on the MSA Sports Network. That's going to do it for us. We're going to run down and try to get a center stage, and we'll come back just a couple of clicks away. It'll be the Cardinal North Catholic Trojans on the boys' side of things in single A against the Swickley Academy Panthers. We'll get the single A gold medals handed out here tonight at Highmark Stadium at Station Square. Thanks to Scott Majeski and Sean Saputo for all of their help in setting up for this broadcast. Thanks to the fine folks here at Highmark Stadium at Station Square for their hospitality. Thanks to both head coaches for their help in prepping for the broadcast. But most of all, thanks to you for listening to WPIAL AAA Girls Championship Soccer, brought to you by Carleton University and Progress, First and Turf, only here on the Management's Science Associates Sports Network. All I have for a close is volleyball.
I don't have the soccer one either. So.
Well, this volleyball match was brought to you on the MSA Sports Network by First Commonwealth, Time to be First, by Progress, First and Turf, by UPMC Sports Medicine, by Carleton University, by Monticello's, by This Week in the WPIAL on the MSA Sports Network, and by Dollar Bank. We thank you so much for listening to the broadcast. This broadcast is an exclusive presentation of the WPIAL and the MSA Sports Network. Any use, rebroadcast, or redistribution of this broadcast without the express written consent of the WPIAL and the MSA Sports Network is prohibited. Thanks for listening, everybody. Good night.
MSA Sports. Press 1 to resume, or 3 to end broadcast. Your broadcast has been ended.